Dr. Neetu Chabria. She is connecting with us from Oman. She is professor by profession and she is also quality assurance officers at Ministry of Manpower in Oman. And yes, she is multitasking woman. She is painter. She is writer. She is good artist, ghazal singer. And she is very popular and very well known in Indian community in Oman also and in India also. So I request Dr. Neetu Chabria. So please proceed this conference with your word. And same time, I would request my technical team to take Neetu Chabria ma'am on the screen. Thank you.
Namaskar Mitrano. Thank you Mr. Sagar for a kind introduction. I'm Dr. Neetu Chabria from Oman, Middle East. Thank you Jai Hind People's Movement and especially Dr. Suraj Gawande for inviting me to talk on healthy society to build a strong nation. It's a great privilege and honor to participate in this event. Going ahead, my observation when I come to India, we litter around. We don't follow civic sense. We don't follow truthful principles and we blame the government, blame the system. I would say, treat your country as your home. You'll wipe out this stigma syndrome. I consider following three factors as the key determinants of health. They are psychosocial determinants or factors, biomedical risk factor, and behavioral risk factor. I will prioritize behavioral risk factor as number one, as I believe health starts at home. I hope everyone will agree that health starts at home. Behavioral risk factors are influenced by the choices we make, such as cigarette smoking, risky alcohol consumption, using illegal drugs like cannabis, ecstasy, and cocaine, not getting enough exercise, poor eating habits. All this can have a detrimental effect on health. They contribute substantially to all illnesses. The second factor, the person's health is also influenced by the biomedical factors such as obesity, diabetes, high blood pressure. Those can have a direct impact on illness and chronic disease like stroke, kidney diseases, and so on, liver disease. Health behavior are part of the individual lifestyle and genetic makeup. So for these two factors, that is the behavioral risk factor and the biomedical factors, can be dealt with a dedicated department that deals with promoting healthy eating habits, lifestyle habits, and exercise. We need to have an efficient and effective public health system in place. A second department should be created to approve only those healthy foods that are manufactured by industries. It's difficult, but an achievable target. I have written a few lines to convey my message, overcoming the biomedical and behavioral risk factors. अपना ले जीवन में योग, प्राणायाम और दौड़, निकाल दे मन से ईर्ष्या, द्वेष और प्रतिशोध. ध्यान, मेडिटेशन, अच्छी आदतें और साफ सफाई को जीवन से ले जोड़. पौष्टिक आहार से मन को बना दो निरोग और ज्ञान का कर लो परिशोध. Related to personal hygiene and COVID, I have written a poem. I will just sing the mukhra of that poem, which conveys a very important message. कोरोना आज हुई है यू हम पर भारी, सारी दुनिया पे ले आई निराशा और लाचारी, किसी को भी नहीं बख्शा, चाहे नर हो या नारी, नष्ट उसको न कर पाया कोई पीर पुजारी, नष्ट उसको न कर पाया कोई पीर पुजारी. It says that corona can only be fought by social distancing, by wearing mask and by personal hygiene. Neither priest or mullah or any pujari can have a role in this. So I feel these two factors, if taken care of, we will overcome 50% of the health that India lags behind. Moving ahead, I have also come across these public health initiatives undertaken by the government, such as the National Health Mission, Ayushman Bharat, National Mental Health Program by Union Ministry of Health and Family Welfare. These need further promotion, expansion to all areas of health, and with more centers and trained healthcare workers reaching out to every corner of the society to deal with these three risk factors, including the following third important factor that I categorize as psychosocial factor. According to WHO, the social conditions in which people are born, live, and work is the single most important determinant of good health or ill health. These social determinants include factors such as income, education, employment, and social support. Social determinants can strengthen or undermine the health of individuals and communities. For example, in general, people from poorer social or economic circumstances are at a greater risk of poor health than people who are advantaged. It is about having access to safe neighborhoods, affordable housing, broadening job opportunities, that is employment for all, reducing income inequality, giving support to weaker section of the society, and very important is the population control. If we don't do that, we cannot achieve a healthy society. National integrity and unity as a topmost priority. We need to inculcate morality into today's youth and train them into honest activists. Health insurance cover should be for all, which is a must in the GCC countries for all employees by their employers. And lastly, for this factor, psychosocial factor, the economy is an integral part of the society. Economic reforms like LPG, we already know these LPG is liberalization, privatization, globalization. It should be promoted further. It's about floating dollar, low tariffs, deregulation, tax cuts and tax reforms, labor market reforms, and so on. India need to follow ESG criteria, that is environmental, social, and governance criteria, which are a set of standards for companies' operations that socially conscious investors use to screen potential investments. Environmental criteria consider how a company performs as a steward of nature. Social criteria examine how it manages relationship with employees, suppliers, customers, and the community where it operates. Governance deals with the company's leadership, executive, audits, internal control, and shareholder rights. So this ESG is very popular in 2020 in most of the countries, and I feel India should look forward to work on these three criteria. A healthy society needs robust laws and their fair enforcement, as well as creatively governed autonomous institutions that functions to promote well-being. It uses law both to deal justly with those who cause harm or threaten the peace and to protect freedom of expression and assembly. I would say, be the change you want to see, which also Gandhiji followed, and so do I. Thank you and stay safe.
Thank you, ma'am. What an excellent speech it was. You were talking about a healthy society, cross section of our society, and without disparity, without discrimination, we should take care of everything, single every single person from our society. You were talking. Thank you very much, ma'am.